So, guys, here's a question I get very frequently, and I've answered it on a couple of interviews, but I want to make this video to verify or to make it easier for everyone to find. Do you know or have some ideas why you chose to reincarnate now at this point in history? There's a bunch in this. So let me dive into it from the top. Do I know? I have no idea why I have these memories I do. Number two, I don't know what reincarnation is. I don't know whether I am one person with these memories or whether there are hundreds of people with memories or thousands of people with these memories, or all of you can connect to these memories. So I don't claim to know what reincarnation really is. You know, in Hinduism, they talk about us being the center of a hub, and each spoke of the wheel off of that hub is our different lives, and then the outer rim is the Akashic records, or the oneness of God and the totality of all. So the question is each hub individual, or are they all connected as to one wagon? So it really comes down to I don't fully understand what reincarnation is. As far as some ideas, why I chose to reincarnate at this time, I'm still researching that. I'm still trying to find out if there is a reason or whatever reincarnation really is. But the thing that always gets me is the part in the Bible where it says, Peter says, "What of him?" pointing to John, and Jesus says, "If I want him to stay until I come, what's that to you? I'm talking to you." And in the Bible it says, from that point on, the disciples thought that John would not die. And then it also says, but that's not what it said. Jesus said, "I want him to stay until I come." So the interesting thing about this is that in this life as John Davis, and let me be very clear about that. I am John Davis. I am not Johannes ben Zebedee. I am not John of old. I'm John of new, which is why my website is John of New. I do not want to be labeled as John the Beloved. I do not want to be labeled as John the Apostle. I am a person who's having experiences and memories, because it doesn't matter who anybody was in a past life. It only matters who you are in this life, because it's the only life that you're conscious. It's the only life that you have, only moment that you have thought, word, and deed. It's the only moment you can do anything. There is nothing in the past that is necessary, and there's nothing in the future that is necessary. There is no fate or destiny. But, I have to do my own research and figure out what I find. So when I did my out-of-body experiences, the one time that I went to the pure white expanse, I ended up in that space, and a man was standing there. He smiled at me very lovingly, and he said, "You're not supposed to be here yet." And he knocked me back into my body. And with that Bible quote and that statement, I started doing a bunch of research to try to find whether or not there is proof of John the Beloved reincarnating. And since, in other words, instead of staying on the other side, staying here, going from life to life to life to life. And I actually have found some proof of it. Interestingly enough, I think I found the life just before this one, and it was very interesting how much it marries my life this time around, even to the point where the man was from the East Coast, right across the bay from where I lived in Delaware, and then he moved to Ohio, which is where I'm sitting right now. And his name was John, and he remembered the life of John the Beloved. And so and he died just before I was born. So I think that is that's an interesting theory. Do I know? Do I claim? I have no idea. I've met a ton of people who have memories of well, not a ton. I've met a few people who have memories of those specific past lives. The majority of the people that I meet don't have the memories at all. What they have is the someone telling them that they were, but they don't have the memories. So and then in that, like I said, I don't know if I'm the only one who has these memories or somebody else does. In that, I've met over 20 Mary Magdalenes. I've met several Johns. I've met multiple Peters and Pauls, and Haven't met any Georges or Ringos yet, but 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 I've met people who claim those lives, and it's not for me to say that they're wrong or that they're not. I don't know. And as far as what's the reason why we're here, I don't think there's fate or destiny. So I don't believe there's a reason. Now here's what I'm extrapolating from everything I've learned and studied, is I believe the veil right now is getting thinner. I believe humanity is raising in consciousness right now in huge ways and fast ways. And I think that we are literally becoming something more. And as I said, the veil is thinner, so memories of those lives are going to start flooding to all of us. And I think that in the end, we're going to come to our oneness, knowing that our oneness is not unique. It is, every one of us is one. So, but I think the reason people are having the experiences that they're having now is because the veil is thinner. I've met so many people, so many more empathic people now than I ever have in my life. People who are here and they know that it's supposed to be unconditionally loving, and yet it doesn't feel right. So, I think that the right now is just a time where people will start to remember things and start to experience things, and they'll get the information. The veil will be thinner. That's my thought on that. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go down below it right now and join in the comments section. Add a comment. Comment on someone else's. Let's get this community talking about these topics, and let's get this information out there. Also, if you really like this, or you really resonate with some of the things that I'm saying on this channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because this information is not about us holding it to ourselves. It's about spreading it out so we can change the perspective of the world, so people can find their own truths, so we can create a more loving world. So don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let's get this community really growing, and that'd be great. And thank you for watching, and thank you for all your support of me. It has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you.